And we just want to hear what you've got to say. So, shall we get on with it?
We're rolling.
Here we go. Join me to hear from the biggest names inside and outside politics.
Sunday with Laura Koonsberg. Sundays at 9 on BBC One and iPlayer.
You experienced racism. Why didn't you walk away?
That's a really good question.
You're a politician.
I'm not a politician. I don't read the polls.
Yeah, you
I
are
sit
a
in Judiciary
politician.
Committee. No,
You are very definitely a politician.
No.
The very fact that there were not people who looked like you.
Hold on. I'm only halfway through my answer.
Is secret schooling happening across Afghanistan for girls?
It does.
You simply can't assume that.
Actually, yes, you can.
Hard Talk. Watch on BBC iPlayer.
This is BBC News. I'm Reeta Chakrabarti. The headlines. Rescue operations continue into the night in Turkey and Syria from Monday's earthquakes. As rescuers work day and night, we have a special report from our correspondent Quentin Somerville from the rubble of the Turkish city of Antakya.
In the second and the third day after the earthquake, they were finding a lot of people. Hardly finding anyone now, almost no one. This is moving from the rescue phase to a recovery phase.
Partner of the former Newcastle United footballer Christian Atsu tells us she's anxiously waiting for news as it's confirmed he's still missing in Hatay.
The rescuers are trying their best, hard-working day and night to rescue everybody. And I just feel for everybody who has, like me and my children, been in the unknown, not knowing if the family is alive or not.
Here, the Ministry of Defence sends vital aid to Turkey on an RAF transport plane, including much-needed medical equipment. We'll speak to Andrew Mitchell, the minister responsible for Britain's aid efforts, shortly. The RMT Rail Union rejects the latest offer from national rail and train operating companies in the ongoing dispute about pay, jobs and conditions. The UK economy at a standstill. New figures show even though we narrowly avoided falling into recession in 2022, there was no growth at all in the final 3 months of the year. 2 weeks since Nicola Bulley disappeared whilst walking her dog in Lancashire, now the police are extending their search downstream. Hello, good afternoon. Fears are growing for the hundreds of thousands of people in Turkey and Syria in need after Monday's devastating earthquake. Living in makeshift shelters and cars in freezing conditions, there are warnings that aid is not reaching areas fast enough. More than 22,000 people are now known to have died. Syrian state media says the government has approved international aid delivery to rebel-held areas in cooperation with the help of the UN Syrian Red Crescent and the International Red Cross. Meanwhile, rescuers are still searching the rubble for survivors, with some people still being brought out nearly 100 hours after the quakes, but hopes are fading. Well, our correspondent Quentin Somerville has been to Antakya, a city which has seen some of the worst devastation. He's spent time with rescue teams who've been working around the clock, but who now fear that time is running out to find people alive under the rubble.
In the darkest